This is local experimentalist with social experimentalist. Here we go.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and I do apologise for disturbing you. I've quite an important message for you. Now, you may obviously have been, you must have been exposed to government and media propaganda about a dangerous virus going around, but I can tell you this is a distraction from the real virus, dangerous virus stroke parasite that is spreading like wildfire as we speak, and that is DNA. DNA is being infected at the rate of 360,000 new infections every 24 hours on this planet, and anybody infected with DNA will definitely die. And that's why we ask you to don't worry so much about covering up your face, guys. You need to be covering up your weapon of mass destruction so that it does not create more victims to put on this already very crowded planet. Now, ladies and gentlemen, DNA is the problem, and reproduction is the #1 cause of all problems on this earth that humans experience. And therefore, you've got to stop it now. You are the only sentient beings that can choose not to reproduce. I can assure you if cows had the choice, they probably wouldn't bother. And therefore, we ask you, ladies and gentlemen, that especially during this time, you do not get into any danger of reproducing. Now, the second thing you can do once you're here, I mean, basically, I think we probably agree that we are completely screwed, and this whole experiment has gone horribly wrong, and it's going to get worse and worse. 2 days ago, in Siberia, they recorded a temperature of 100 degrees Fahrenheit. Bear that in mind as you sit here in the sunshine here in London. That's 30 odd degrees more than they're used to having at all. It's a peak that they've never seen before, and this is not just a one-off. This is happening all over the world, and the consequences of this are going to be dire. And the worst thing you can do to exacerbate the situation is to reproduce, and it's the worst thing you can do for a child to bring them into existence in this incredibly mad, insane and uncertain times where we are being led by a bunch of cokeheads who don't know what they're doing. If they're not taking cocaine, I'm even more worried, to be honest with you. Anyway, back to the subject and matter. There are things you can do, as I said. You can take precautions. You need to stay safe, ladies and gentlemen, not by wearing a mask. That's the least of your problems. Stay safe in the bedroom. Otherwise, this time next year, you won't be annoyed by some bloke on a megaphone saying things that are perhaps remotely funny, as long as you're stoned. You will hear the following sound. Wah! 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 You won't be able to come out here and sit on the grass and have a nice time. You'll have to look after that poor little kid if you don't take precautions tonight. You will be responsible, or could be responsible, as a result of drinking too much alcohol, of spreading the terrible parasite DNA. So please, be careful with the drugs you take. Alcohol is the #1 drug that leads to unnecessary births. Many of the people here with us are here because of alcohol. Yeah, you be careful, you ladies, with this one here. Just be careful with it. You're already pregnant. What did you do that for? You got pregnant 4 months, but just before, or was it during the whole thing? Were you born during lockdown? Oh no, what did you do that for? You wanted a baby? Yeah, what about the baby? Did you think of it from the baby's point of view? Ladies and gentlemen, nobody ever seems to think about the baby, but think about it. Which child would want any of you here to be their mum and dad? I wouldn't want you to be my mum and dad. I mean, you're all right, but not for my mum and dad, no. Definitely not. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, there is something else you can do, which is not nearly as important as stopping reproducing. That's the most important thing you can do, stop reproducing. But once you have done that, the other thing you can do, if you want the planet to go on a little bit longer than it might have, is stop eating meat. And stop having dairy products, you lot. I mean, seriously, what's going on in factory farms, right now as we speak, the animals are in lockdown, proper. No, none of this lockdown like you have. They can't just pop off to the shops, can they, at the local factory farm and get their essential biscuits, can they? No. They're locked up in nasty conditions, pecking at each other, urinating on each other. How would you like that, ladies? How would you like to be stuck all together, you five, urinating on each other? But that's what's happening in factory farms, and the people who eat that chicken, they're participating in it, aren't they? So we ask you, ladies and gentlemen, if you really do care, forget the mask, if you really care about other people, don't bring any more people into existence. Any questions? Yeah, all clear? What was that? Am I kidding you? I'm driving you crazy? You sound like my wife. My goodness. I've only met you a few minutes ago. Got a very low threshold, haven't you, young man? Probably been playing too much Fortnite.
That's it. There we go.